Up until this last year, almost every single YouTube channel out there for real estate has been focused on generating buyer and relocation leads. And, that's worked incredibly well for a lot of people, including myself. But I've spent the last year testing a whole new channel format to crack the code on generating sellers through YouTube. So I started a brand new channel, new name, different content, completely different strategy, all in the hopes of getting sellers to reach out. And today I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of what I did to get sellers, what content I'm posting, and how often I post, also how many seller leads we're actually getting from this. And if you're new here, my name is Levi. In the last few years, I've run the largest real estate channel in Dallas, and that channel helped me scale to well past multiple seven figures, and it's been an absolute game changer for my business. But here's the deal, right? That channel is primarily attracting buyers and relocation clients. And while I'm going to still maintain that channel, of course, it still brings in incredible amounts of business, but I wanted to grow into a new audience. And I decided on sellers because ultimately, that's one of the best leads you can get as a real estate agent, but I didn't want to pay for those leads. But I want to show you exactly what we're working on. So the normal playbook for YouTube and real estate is pretty straightforward. You create content about moving to your city, you do neighborhood tours, you talk about the cost of living, you show new construction communities, you give people the lay of the land, and that works. I've built an entire business off of this. But there's a problem with that approach when it comes to attracting sellers, and you got to think about it for a minute. Who's watching relocation content? It's people who are moving in from out of state. This is people that don't live in your market yet. They're not the locals. They're not the people who already own homes in your area. On top of that, I started noticing something in my comments on the relocation channel. A lot of the locals weren't exactly thrilled about it. You'd see the comments like, "We're full, stop moving here, don't California my Texas." And you know what that means? That there was this vibe that the content wasn't really for them. It was for outsiders. So I had to really step back and think, if I wanted to attract sellers, I need to attract the locals. But what do locals care about? They don't need me to tell them about the neighborhoods. They live here. They don't need me to tour communities. They can just go and drive around themselves. They already know the area, probably even better than I can explain it to them. So what would make a local want to watch my content? Now, after thinking about this for a little while, I realized it really comes down to two main things. Number one, what's happening in my city and my local community, and number two, what is happening in the local market. Now, I could have gone down the market route. You can absolutely build a channel that attracts sellers by doing market updates, but I haven't seen really any successful ones. But here's the catch. It has to be way more entertaining than just the traditional boring market update videos that everyone else is doing. And every time I see those videos, they have like 5 views. So I wanted to take a different approach. I decided to build out what's happening in Dallas. Now, I listed out the cities I wanted to attract people in, like Dallas, North Dallas, and those surrounding suburbs. And I really started thinking through the content that would make people who are curious about what's happening in their local community actually click in and watch. So what exactly does that look like? Well, you got to think about things like major developments, new communities being built, big investments coming into the area. You've got road construction, new highways, basically things that are already in the news, but we're creating content on it with a personality behind it to build a local channel. And think about it from your perspective. How many times have you driven around your city behind a new development or something and you don't know exactly what that is? And you're probably asking yourself, I wonder what's happening there. Hence the name, What's Happening in Dallas. Now, here's something you need to understand, right? Is YouTube is really a big game of supply and demand, just kind of like in real estate. So right now, the market is being overwhelmingly served with buyer content. Relocation videos are everywhere. Every agent and their mom is making moving to Dallas, Texas videos or moving to your city. The supply is really massive, but the supply for local content, for content that actually speaks to people who already live in the area, that's extremely low, if non-existent. And guess what? That demand is actually really high. Now, people who live in your city want to know what's happening around them. They want to know about the new development going in down the street. They want to know how that's going to affect their commute and especially their home value and their neighborhood. So they're curious, right? But nobody's really making content about that in an engaging way. And if you think about it, if you see any blurb on the news about it, what do they cover? 30 seconds, 1 minute, maybe 2 at the most, and then it's gone. So when you step into that space, you're not really competing with 1,000 other real estate channels. You're one of the only people providing that type of content, and YouTube will reward that. But here's the thing, and this is really, really important. It's not just about reporting the news. Now, we still have to find a way to attach this to a real estate angle really in every single video. So we're not just saying, hey, there's a new highway being built through North Dallas. We're saying, hey, here's what's happening with this new highway, and here's how it's going to affect your home value. Here's what this means for traffic patterns. Here's what this could mean for your commute. Here's what this could mean for, is this a good time to sell or look in a different area? Now, we always bring this back down to earth for them and talk about how does this actually affect them, and especially if they live in that area, and what does this mean for their real estate situation. And with that change, including the right CTAs, calls to actions, and information that aligned with attracting sellers, we started to actually seeing seller leads come in. But I want to break down the actual content we're creating on this channel, and we're creating normal length videos now that are typically 10 to 20 minutes in length. I used to think that creating them shorter was better since YouTube is based off of watch time. However, they do take into account the video length. So just because you post a 3 to 5 minute video and people watch 50% doesn't mean YouTube is automatically going to push that out. They still rank the watch time compared to really other videos in that same length category. And another reason we switched away from the shorter 3 to 5 minute videos on YouTube is because it starts getting too entertainment based. People are watching for quick updates versus staying for the in-depth information that is really what makes YouTube so special and different from all these other platforms. But if you really want to dive into how this affects them in their real estate market, then you need that extra time. But now people get to sit and enjoy the video and really get a deep dive into the topic that you're talking about and get to know you at the same time, so you build a much stronger relationship with them. And we're also keeping the thumbnails super simple, so minimal text or sometimes no text at all, so just images that locals would recognize, kind of like a road sign, a landmark, a bridge, something that immediately signals to someone scrolling in your city that says, oh, that's us. And we're posting once a week, 1 video a week. It's sustainable, right? It keeps the channel consistent and it gives YouTube time to push each video out. All right, but now there's one area where a lot of people really mess this up. You can't just report what's happening and hope people reach out to you. You have to tie it back to real estate in a way that makes sense. So every single video, we're trying to connect the dots. We're saying things like, this new development is going to bring in 500 new families into the area. So that's going to increase demand for housing. And if you're thinking about selling in the next year or two, this could be a great time to list before the market gets more competitive. So we're not really being pushy. We're just giving them context and really kind of planting the seed. And then we're including the CTAs that align with that. Our main call to action is a free home evaluation. It's pretty simple. It's low pressure and it gets people in the door. But now I want to give you the actual stats because I know that's why you're here. Now, we started this channel just a little over a year ago. And as of right now, we're sitting at right at 6,600 subscribers. But that's not really what matters for a business channel. What really matters is the quality of the audience and the leads. As you can see here, we got 290,000 views this month. That's massive. Now, we definitely had a video take off. Look at this one right here. It's over 256,000 views right now. But if you think about that, that's pretty much all locals. And if I show you the comments, look at this, over 1,200 comments on this video alone. And look at this right here. All I hear is an immense increase in traffic. You can tell that every single one of these people are locals. Dallas and all of DFW needs to put massive focus on mass transit. A native Dallas resident here. I grew up in Dallas. I mean, Frisco's crazy traffic problems are about to get 5 to 6 times worse. I mean, not only are they saying they live here in Dallas, but you can just tell from their comments that they live in the area. Dallas is one big shopping mall. We need more nature-oriented destinations. Again, that's a local. No MFG, no infrastructure, no power, water improvement, just consumer growth. As a transplant from SoCal, no, I don't want to Californianize Texas. Again, back to my point earlier. So they're coming here and they want to adjust to the culture. But again, look at this. I mean, I'm not a suburb hater, live in one, just clearance of everything. Again, all of these comments are locals, over 1,200 of them. That is crazy. But let's go back and look at some of our most popular videos already. If I sort by videos, clearly this one over 255,000 views, and it was just published October 17th. So it's not even a month old at the time of this recording. So that's pretty good. Look at this one, 54,000 views, 38,000 views, 23,000 views, 8,400 views. This was our first video that popped off just about a year ago when we started this channel and really started to bring in seller leads on a consistent and daily basis. But as I scroll through here, you can continue to see that most of these videos are getting thousands and thousands of views, and that's great. That's what we want. I mean, as long as the video breaks 1,000 views, I consider that to be a successful video. But again, it's not really about the total view count. Yes, that's great for the ego, but it's really about who's watching. And here's the big one. We're getting about 20 seller leads per month right now, so about 1 per business day, and we expect that to increase even more. And more importantly, we've been able to lock up 8 listings at $7.2 million in volume, and that's about $216,000 in commission. So I got to ask you, would adding an extra $216,000 or making $216,000 just from listings in 2026, would it be worth it? And we got about 5 more conversations going on right now in the total of about another $3 to $4 million in volume that we expect to probably list within the next 30 days. And look, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this happened overnight. The first few months were slow, pretty slow. I mean, I even started questioning myself sometimes, but about around that 90-day mark, I mean, things really started to pick up. Videos that I posted 2 or 3 months really started getting traction. Now it's compounding. And look, I was fortunate whenever I started the first channel in December of 2020. Yes, I absolutely hit momentum of the market. That's a big factor. But now we've been in the most challenging market the last couple of years that we've ever seen. So to start this channel in one of the most challenging markets, especially for sellers, and to still generate 8 listings at 7.2 million in volume and 200,000 plus in commissions, I think that's a huge win. But also the really cool part, I mean, the metrics right now are incredible. Look at this. Our average click-through rate is over 6.1%, and our average percentage view is over 34%. And then look at the shares. I mean, this is crazy to have one video that's been shared over 6,300 times, but still look at these videos shared 908 times, 348, 292. That's what you want. Actually, I went into the gym the other morning, and one of the guys came up to me and he goes, "Man, Levi, I was talking with my buddy about, the new projects happening around Dallas, and he said, man, you should really check out this video. It's really good." And he sent it over to me, and then I looked at it and he goes, "It was you." He didn't even know I had a YouTube channel. He didn't know about the other one. He didn't know about this one, and he just thought it was super cool. But that's the whole point. You want locals sharing these videos with other locals. And YouTube loves these types of videos because people are actually watching them, they're clicking on them, and they are sharing them. So you might be wondering why this works so well. I mean, there's a few reasons. Number one, we're serving an underserved audience. There's not a lot of competition for local content, and most real estate agents are still stuck in the relocation game. So when someone searches for what's happening in Dallas or new developments in Frisco, we're the only one that's showing up. Number two is we're tying everything back to real estate without being salesy. So we're giving value first, and the leads come as a natural byproduct of that. And number three, we're playing the long game. So we're not expecting every video to blow up. We're really just building a library of content that's going to work for us for years. And a video I made even a couple of months ago is still bringing in those leads today. So that is the power of YouTube. But also starting this channel, it may take a little bit more time for it to really ramp up. So patience is really key with this type of channel as well. But now you might be thinking, hey, I want to do this in my market. I want to give you some practical steps that you can take, all right? So first of all, you want to make a list of the cities and neighborhoods you want to target. So don't try to cover your entire state. You want to pick a specific area and really go deep. Number two is start paying attention to what's happening locally. I mean, what developments are being announced, what new businesses are coming in. I mean, that's your content goldmine, really. Third, you want to figure out the production workflow. I mean, these videos don't need to be too fancy. Most of ours are just me talking to the camera with some B-roll of the development or the areas I'm discussing. So it's really simple, clean, effective, and I'm doing it all in the office. Now, number four is very critical, and that's always tied back to real estate. Don't just report the news, right? You want to tell people what it means for their home value, their neighborhood, and their decision whether or not to buy or sell. And of course, number 5, you got to be consistent. I mean, 1 video a week at a minimum, that's all you need. Just stick with it for at least 12 months before you judge whether or not it's working. And of course, number 6 is check the description and get the brand new program I just released to walk you through how to do this completely step by step. Now, I have very special Black Friday pricing through the weekend of Black Friday. So if you're seeing this after Black Friday weekend is over, I would still recommend going ahead and getting the program. It'll be well worth it. And again, it's a very minimal investment to possibly return hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions. Look, and I really believe this is the future of YouTube for real estate. The relocation game is getting more and more saturated. I mean, everyone's doing it and trying to do it now. But the local content, I mean, that's wide open. Now, the beautiful thing is you don't need really a ton of subscribers or millions of views to make this work. You just need the right people watching. You need a few hundred locals watching your content every month, and that could turn into a very steady stream of seller leads. Now, I've covered a lot in this video, but obviously there's way more to dive into. So, how do you come up with content ideas? How do you film these videos efficiently? How do you optimize them so YouTube actually pushes them out? I'm going to cover all of that in the passive prospecting listing program that is in the description below. Like I said, if you're seeing this on Black Friday weekend, we got very special pricing, launch pricing just for you, founders pricing for this program. I'm super excited about it. If you're seeing this after the fact, go ahead and click the link below anyways. It'll be well worth it. But go ahead and check out this next video. It will definitely help you on your YouTube journey. And until next time, well, we hope to see you on YouTube.